that Emurua Dikirr is a constituency that was recently carved out from the larger Kilgoris constituency, the year 2012. Constituency ni gotindo forwards, Ilkerin, Kapsasian, Mogondo, and Olol Masani. Agutinda a population of around 44,000 voters. It's very good to put that into context so that as we highlight what the president gave us, it's also very good to note that the size of constituency matters a lot as compared to the kind of development that the president has brought today. So, kiweche gongwe. As a president, William Ruto is visiting Emurua Dikirr for the third time, first being last year. Wingotago sabedelet, Johanna Ngeno MP Dikirr, Neginyo, during another tour about development. Second time, Koginyo, Petu Nagigonori, the late Johanna Ngeno. And this was the third time that he's visiting Emurua Dikirr. During the first visit, the president kugigone jore nangete shartuga agonyo oltabokse akwa bose akwa agoi gorgor although to magonam but kiega seten agogigone joranat kigone wara university not another commission in naga launch in construction in bezu tabrain kigone wara ESP market kuteswe ESP market na ban jeep ship kigone wara hostels chebo KMTC Transmara campus na noton ko gi launch in rain construction and many other things. So it is very important to note that today's visit was a follow-up on the first visit of the president, that he had promised a lot of these things. The visit was during the time of the late Johanna Ngeno last year. Therefore, Embe tutabrain ko ka commissionen president anakayat president ESP market nebo mambo leo, ESP market nebo Emurua Dikirr agonde wararabi ko na construction nebo ESP market nebo Jipship. 3 ESP markets in such a small constituency. Nebo Emurua Dikirr, nebo 4 wards, almost every ward has an ESP market. Credit to the President, His Excellency, and the late Johanna Ngeno, who was then the chairman housing in the National Assembly. I think it is no doubt that we got these projects courtesy of His Excellency the President and Johanna Ngeno the late. Also, a commissioning president, the construction of 400 housing units in Emurua Dikirr Center. Kiit kora nagiga kayo miskiga promisen during the first visit. That is also another benefit nagoginyoru wembe tabrai nagogibiga Dikirr. Kiit age nagoginyoru ketindoi a branch of KMTC nebo Transmara campus nemiten Emurua Dikirr Ilkerin ward. kaginyoru kobun sugulinoto hostels chebo lagokab sugul ak kenyoru kora 16 classrooms chebo tuition. Kemwoe kongoi. And this will boost the Transmara campus. Although kikinome in Transmara campus, it is one of the campuses that is growing robustly, considering its establishment being recent, and considering also the positioning of this college, and considering the catchment area of this college. Proven one of the biggest campuses of KMTC. Kemoche kewai kongoi and His Excellency the President. Kakinyoru kora oret nebo tamak nekikosom kora Mheshimiwa Ngeno during the first visit of the President, nengete Mogondo akwa agoi Soget kobune Cheramgoi akwa agoi Mogor akwa agoi Esoit Sugar Factory akonekten oret newendi Shartuga. So that is 18 kilometers of road, and also the President has pledged to connect Murkan, Soget, another around 3 kilometers. That makes 21 kilometers of tarmac road. Now kakinyoru raini en Emurua Dikirr. Kakinyoru kora a university nekikuren Johanna Ngeno University College, a branch of Masai Mara University. No, it is a constituent college. Angelo branch or constituent college, because it is a college which is autonomous in decisions, which is autonomous in leadership, but it is being nurtured by the Masai Mara University. We believe in 3 years it will be chartered and it will be a fully fledged university. So kakinyoru 1.2 billion chebo construction of the university. Having said that, kakinyoru ne kora tukun chemakimache kiignoren. Chebulu Secondary kokanyor 10 million from the President chebo construction. Kurangurik Comprehensive School kanyor 10 million from the President. Cheramgoi Secondary kanyor 10 million from the President. Also, traders chekachut market to embetutab raini, market nebo Mamboleo, market nebo Emurua Dikirr kokanyor a boost nebo 3 million each, as in each of the markets. So 3 million for the traders in Emurua Dikirr ESP, and then 3 million for the traders in Mamboleo ESP. Kakinyoru kora water dam nebo 640 million, 540 million at a dam, chebo distribution 100 million chebo distribution kwa itpe Dikirr misima. Those are the things chakinyoru kora from the President. Mautie namwa ultra modern secondary, the Simotwet Secondary School. Amwa President kole kiteche ultra modern structure na hosteni the displaced Simotwet Secondary School that paved way for the construction of the university. Amachole kungoi, it was worth it. It was worth it. Takset na yakitach President en Emurua Dikirr betutab raini kokayomege kegerchin ak tuguchon tugul chekakinyoru, despite the fact that Emurua Dikirr constituency is such a small constituency with a smaller population compared to some of the constituencies. But the magnitude of this development that we got today was worth it. We thank the President because kikamwa kole afuatiliani tugukab Johanna Ngeno kotokesu yae kokakoprovera shortly after the burial of Johanna Ngeno. He is coming back to Emurua Dikirr to fulfill what he had pledged to the people before and during the burial of Johanna Ngeno. Kemoche kewai kongoi ko ki meng'ikab Dikirr regardless of the political tensions, but we really got a very good score in terms of development. It is very important also to note that the president's visit today was not as a result of the previous visit of Rigathi Gachagua, the former deputy president of the Republic of Kenya. This was an independent visit that we pushed as the opinion shapers of the Emurua Dikirr, ag leaders waraje Emurua Dikirr, kiongozwa na mbunge Dollarline, na sisi kama viongozi wengine na gavana Patrick Ole Ntutu, ambao tulisukuma kabisa kuhakikisha ya kwamba rais amekuja Emurua Dikirr. So let it not be interpreted as a counter to the visit of Rigathi Gachagua. That visit was very important in its own way, but it is insignificant as compared to what was happening today. It did not affect anything. It is not as a result of what happened during the visit. So, having said that, it is very important also Emurua Dikirr ko shape in the opinion. It is clear today that Emurua Dikirr shapes the opinion of the Rift Valley politics, despite its small size and the small population. But it is very clear that it shapes the opinion of the entire Rift Valley. The reason Emurua Dikirr, almost everybody Rift Valley, and thanks to the people in Emurua Dikirr. This was a highly anticipated visit that the people were waiting to see what happens, and then what the visit will bring, and then what advantages would have and what implications would have in the lives of the people of Emurua Dikirr. We have all seen that we welcome the president, and then we have also seen that it is important when the president visits our area so that we can benefit in terms of development. Momajanya utie ale the sites check a visiting President Ryan, almost 5 sites. Mamboleo ESP market in Kapsasian ward, and then Emurua Dikirr ESP market in Ilkerin ward, and then KMTC Transmara campus in Ilkerin ward, Mogondo in Mogondo ward, and Simo Tweed in Olol Masani ward. During early in the morning today, Koga posting ole committing fracas negateseta en Mamboleo Kapsasian ward. As I speak to you now, ko mibi somogu sipitali kagitiakta alak somok. Ko tugul kotinye kagotenosiekab chobo. That's very sad moment, despite the fact that we have benefited as a people of Emurua Dikirr. As I speak to you today in the evening, someone is sleeping in a hospital bed. Someone is feeling pain. Someone who had gone to welcome the president. Someone who had gone to witness the developments that was being brought by the president. These people, all of them, koga umiaso enul daeng. Yoton ko Kapsasian ward. Mamboleo. All of them ko supporters chebo Bulu. All of them, 7 of them, supporters chebo Bulu. It's very important to note And it is observation of the many people that saw today that every other place that the president visited was very peaceful. No heckling, no fracas at all. Ilkerin ward was very peaceful. Mogundo ward, which is my home, was very, very peaceful. And finally, Simo Tweety in Olol Masani, kuga peaceful kabisa. Then the question comes, why Kapsasian? Why Mamboleo? Why arrows? What was the necessity that brought shooting of the innocent people, armless people? Luckily, I want to report that there was no casualties, although one of the patients committed some critical conditions. But as I report today, there has been no casualties, and we pray that there will be none. These shootings happened early in the morning because there was earlier information gele nyone president mambo leo in the afternoon in our main Olimba Sogo. Lakini in the evening or at night around 7 is when we got a report that the president would arrive at 8 a.m. So every one of us, because we understand the kind of the visit that the president was making, and we did not want to be seen as a people who do not appreciate the visit of the president, and we did not want to be seen as a people who cannot come to welcome the president. We asked our supporters to be there earlier than 8 a.m. so that the president would find them at the sites. Lakini, we got reports saa 3 usiku saa 4 that there were meetings, series of meetings that were being conducted across the Kapsasian ward. But we thought that the meetings were meant to mobilize people obwa big enja okinet anaenena asubuhi amunga walagile itu president asubuhi. But there was reports of malicious plans chego giai and got up one of the county government of Narok workers somewhere in Lagoin, which the information will be availed to the police. Konge matu joto kugorwotite apkagile hakibanga ngunyugi mo pigite bigile kimwoge biik chebwone kunyugo toche president namna gani. We ignored that and treated as a rumor because we could not believe at this age and time and era someone would sit somewhere and plan to harm people, plan to shoot people, plan to threaten people, plan to intimidate people so that they do not come to witness or to welcome the president. That in itself sounded very much awkward, sounded very much impractical, sounded very much like it didn't even make any sense. So we ignored it and treated it as a rumor until today in the morning. We were also told that these people have been organized, they've been given bows and arrows, and told Kuburuya caught up one of the head teacher in around Mamboleo Gapsinated area, which of course ongegas go jokes. So today in the morning, people who arrived earlier, kugango itito kityo kete bengili ngoro yin kenda ono graisi of course magroup graisi chebo UDA. kelein sikikochi biik, kelenjin koru kiroisit, kole chito motinye kelyek kon ilabat, nabalen ireu, labat. Ngobore kalabat chito kisiben kipchabet. That's why kakikwer age katit ireu, kekwer age moet ireu, kekwer age keldo. That means people were actually running. Ara kolen chito netinye kipchabok labat, ilaboti, lakini akosibenin kipchabet. The question is, why all this? Kotoko ile chito labat ako labat, kotemoke ne imwok. Temoke ne imwok. It's very important also to note that that happened up to around 7:30 when the police arrived and calmed the situation. Kamwoe chekakimwa kapchabet, mi chekakibir ak natishek, mi chekakiwir koiwek. The question is, why Kapsasian? Why Mamboleo? Amune sikamakomi ngalechoto Dikirr market. Ako yoto any kole cosmopolitan. Ile to nyolu kelany mi any fracas ko headquarter nekibore koborchingei ngokono. But there was none. There was none in KMTC, Kuranguri. There was none in Mugundo, where I come from. There was none. It was very peaceful. In fact, as we speak, kumi bigo police cheaginam up job all the way from the first site nebo Kapsasian akobwa akoi Mugundo up job joto karate ngunia. But kangonam raia chebo Mugundo kwanden over to the police akimut mokitiny okot kesil, despite the fact that mi biik sipitali chekamwok bichu, despite the fact that ibote evidence exhibits cheboru kole kaicheket chekamwok biik, lakini kanam biikab Mugundo peacefully akwanden over peacefully to the police, and as we speak komiten police. Ako kakekas kora kele miten some politicians chemoche koungonis kole kimong bichuton en police. Akuruitos biik chekamwoke en kitondok en sipitali. That tells how much we value peace. Some of us, we value peace and we respect humanity. We respect human being. We respect the sanctity of life. Hangenam kimut police. Kikoi police hapo kakelenjin chu biik cheibote pchabo. Mokitiny, mokibir, makibelit, mokisil. In fact, kororiote bichoto kangochute karitab police. We are very much grateful to the police also for standing their ground and refusing to be bribed so that those people can be freed. As we speak with the police, these people who have been injured have recorded statements with the police. Some of them are still in the hospital, and therefore they have not been able to record any statements with the police. So, imuche komwa biik kole Dikirr komomi kalyet. Imuche komwa biik kole Dikirr ko emetab boriet, lakini mo Dikirr. It is people. Biik kidogo chemi Dikirr. Ane ko kiamwa ale amoche kalyet en Emurua Dikirr. Kiramwa kora ale I will say and practice. I will say and lead from the front. En biik chemoche konai kole kaba ne borionoto, ko kakinai kong'eten any kangeba Dikirr, akeba Kuranguri, akeba Mugundo, finally akinyokeba Mutus in Simotwet. Because some people fear that they may be seen by the president that they don't have numbers on the ground. So that is why people are being intimidated, people are being maimed, people are being scared so that they don't attend the meeting. Not because they want to discredit the president, but because they don't want to be seen as if they do not have numbers. But I want to say, even in the contest for numbers, even in the contest of political supremacy, even in the context of superiority complex, or even if some other people are feeling inferior to others, we must always have peace. We must always allow ourselves to breathe. We must always allow ourselves to live peacefully. We must always allow ourselves to practice our democratic rights and freedom as guaranteed in the Constitution. The beatings that happen at Rain, our major moji made a lens my Emurua Dikirr. Emurua Dikirr, Kogige Chamgalie, solely in the minds of a few political leaders who still think that the war of politics is the war of flesh and blood, that the war of politics is the war that even guarantees or that even guarantee people to take other people's life. That is not, that's not in order. And I call on every leader to be sober in every situation. Mimi mwenyewe kugira mwale ane akpikyu kemdai galie. That is why asigi no te nomination okiai campaign niki bagaliet ni mogitinji kiai campaign niki bagaliet ni mogibirichi. Ako going forward kora kiyoe campaign ni bagaliet. Therefore, in every meeting nagawa president Rain kogamwa kole oyomege biikab Dikirr. Akomachole, if in any case I have participated in dividing the people of Emurua Dikirr, that will not happen again. Because I want to say I had the compassionate appeal from the president, being the father of the nation, and talking in our own language, speaking to the hearts of the people, that we should never, ever divide Emurua Dikirr. That the political contest should be the contest of ideas, should be the contest of plans, should be the contest of the visions that you have for the people, rather than being the contest of threats, intimidation, killings, and beatings of innocent people. I must say I've been practicing that, but from today, we must up our game in that line. And I want to say, in fact, in biga mamboleo wenyewe, chekatanyolo ko benefit Rain from many other things. Cheu abachua na ke tebenyo slaughterhouse na ko ke teb e mamboleo ko mata ke teb. Pek ke ko ke teb e mamboleo market not mata ke teb. Security lights che ko ke bankan ke teb e mamboleo ko mata ke teb. Just because these people have been denied their right to be listened by the president. Just because someone fears that he will be seen not to be having numbers. Political contests will never be hidden. Political supremacy will never be hidden. Therefore, the people, in fact, Mami Jita no Mamboleo, no go pure Mamboleo, you know, get president. Mommy, the president was speaking to some few youths who have been mobilized, who had threatened people, who had beaten the rest of the people. There were no women in that meeting. Not like in Ilkerin ward, not like in Mogondo ward, not like in Olol Masani ward. And also, finally, nikimalizia, amaja wiki ngoi MCAs, tukul chebo chemiten ward ishek tukul agman chebo constituency nebo Dikirr. Kiongozwa na MCA wa Elgerin, Mheshimiwa Ezekiel. Nakamwa kole moyoni boriosiek cheu ichechuto. Despite komakiyonjindosi kisiasa na Ezekiel, kokamwa akine kole moyoni na ako tayari tuungane kumalizana na hii vita baina ya watu wa Emurua Dikirr. Wa pili ni MCA Mheshimiwa Kipsang nebo Mogondo ward. Your meeting was very peaceful, Kipsang. Okemwa ile meyon yokinye tuguk chekatestai en kapsasian. Ya tatu ni MCA Bomore. nebo Olol Masani nekamwa kole maiyan akine tuguk cheu choto chekatestai eng Kapsasian. Nesire tugul ko MCA nebo Kapsasian nekakwo kotokoi sipitali akoker bichoton akomwa kole he wished that he had another word to lead nema Kapsasian. Therefore, amache ole hao viongozi ambao wamekubali tuungane, irrespective of who we support politically, tuungane tulete watu wetu pamoja na kila mtu afanye siasa yake ya amani. Mimi mwenyewe kwa mwale chito netinye vijana chechang kwane amun because of the age nekitindoi. So amache ole I will not use that as a tool to beat other people. I will not use my fellow youth. I will not buy my fellow youth to beat people or to cause fracas in meetings. We will always go to our meetings peacefully. Ako tuyene manenyon komakibendi. Tuyene nenyon kebendi. Aki requesteni kele obit kalyet en tuyosiechu tugul. Having said that, amache amwale generally ndakamo kityo kionito nangatestai eng Kapsasian. Ako bichuto kora we've known the names. In fact, I would read the names. We have the names of the people who were shot, including those who are in police cells tayari. Ak alak chetomo kenam akoi nguni. Ako chekisome police kele ngoimeni karon kokokinde kot tugul ndap mwok biik mi biik chekaumianso. Ketindoi kainutik ako yobu the specific polling station nebo Cheleme. All of them. Mami chi neyobu polling station nemobo Cheleme. Thank you to the people chebo Cheleme. Chekakomwa kole mekemoe tuguchu kotestai ako kakomwa kole ki ready, tuko tayari kusaidia polisi kutoa majina ya hao watu mpaka wote wakamatwe ili kupatikane amani en Cheleme yunito. Thank you. Kongoi biikab Cheleme chekowesyi raini ole mokiyoni ichochu. Mokiyoni kora tuguk cheu ichochu ak mpango tugul cheu ichochu. Kongoi mising. Bichoto kora komasupporteno kisiasa lakini mayoni akichek tumdaetab korotik en Emurua Dikirr. Amache ale kongoi en bichon kakomongei akomwa kole ki tayari kikoiten kainutikab biik chekoen ng'alechu ak biik kora chekopongoni. Amache alenjo pongezi sana. I will not disclose your names here for the confidentiality of the information that you have. Amache ale kongoi. Otherwise, kongoi en biikab Dikirr chekoibor kole mamache namwa saiti asisitisan lakini koboru ra chomyet noting'en MP nengwong nebo raia ne noto ko Bulu. Kongoi mising. I salute you all. Chebo Kapsasian, chebo Ilkerin, chebo Mogondo, chebo Olol Masani, asante na sana. Asante kwa rais kwa kunipa nafasi kwa hizo mikutano zote niweze kuongea na kuongelesha watu wa Emurua Dikirr. Amwa kongoi ngamu fair kabisa president. Where my opponent was not speaking, I was not also speaking. Where he was speaking, I was also speaking. That is a fair share to the people of Emurua Dikirr, and that is also an indication that the president would nurture young leaders. The president likes young leaders. I will respect the elected leaders. I will respect equally the leaders who are going to be elected in 2027. From today, I will head to the preparations because I'm visiting a country outside Kenya to also explore opportunities that we have for the youth, opportunities for scholarships, opportunities for jobs, and most importantly, to create friends beyond Kenya. I'm heading to Australia probably from next week so that I can be able to bond with the people who have gone outside of Kenya and to see what other countries have for the people of Kenya, and most importantly, for the people of Emurua Dikirr. I will thank friends who've connected us, and then I will say that it is an honor en ane weritab logotiot kolanda olimbo bitonin kobo koswechi biikchik chebo Emurua Dikirr opportunities. My political mentor was always very specific that we should always connect with people who can show you how to fish, not who can feed you with a fish. This is the area I would like to pursue and to make sure that at least I come with some 1 or 2 goodies for the people of Emurua Dikirr. In this time, my work of compassion and to support social activities will continue with the structures that we have already set in place for every ward. Every fundraising that requires me during the time I'll be out of the country will be done also the way it would have been done if I was present in this country. Every support that is required of me, I will offer just the way I would have offered if I was still in this country. I'll go on a journey of around 10 days and then come back with good news, of course, for the people of Emurua Dikirr and for the youths, even outside Emurua Dikirr. We also look forward to connecting youths because this journey about Emurua Dikirr is inspiration in itself to other youths elsewhere to also pursue this journey of politics in peace and in honest opinion and in honest vision to help their people to achieve or to solve contemporary issues that are there in the society. I will look forward to meeting more youths outside Emurua Dikirr and even outside of Kenya. As I go on this journey, I will pray for the people of Emurua Dikirr that in a week's time, as I leave this country, I'll find Emurua Dikirr peaceful, I'll find a prosperous